I want to start off by saying I have no problems making fun of dead people. There's a sentence for you. Yeah, I have no problems making fun of your dead relatives. However, it has to make sense. And today showed me that this is no longer Pipe Bomb Phil, Pipe Bomb Punk, but now it is Old Man Punk who's just trying to get to 50 because he's out of material. Oh, CM Punk, what happened? What happened? You're like, that was low-hanging fruit, dude. Again, I have no problems when CM Punk made fun of Paul Bearer during his Undertaker feud, and Paul Bearer just coincidentally died during it, and then that became part of the storyline. I had no problems with that. I had no problems just a month or two ago when Drew McIntyre said, hey, Cody, I'm going to send you to hell, and while you're down there, say hi to your dad. But tonight, when Punk did it to Roman, it didn't make sense. See, that's the key thing here. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, he just wanted to get under Roman's skin. I mean, okay, then make fun of Roman's wife. I mean, the fact of the matter is, Roman's dad has nothing to really do with Roman's character. Now, if you want to say that Roman, like his bloodline, you could definitely make fun of the bloodline, or that Roman is like, he needs help all the time. And it's not because this is off limit. It's because it has nothing to do with the story. Roman has never made his character about his dad. I think they've appeared on screen together, once? During the Hell in the Cell, after Roman made Jey Uso tap, and then the tribal elders, they weren't even really referred to as his dad, they were referred to as tribal elders, put the Ula Fala on Roman. That was basically it. Cody Rhodes, though, will it could be the most basic storyline, and Cody's gonna be like, hey, did you guys know that Dusty Rhodes is my dad? It's like, there was just no reason tonight for CM Punk to say, Roman, I'm going to bury you next to your dad. It was irrelevant. Why don't you say, I'm going to bury you next to your grandparents? Or it's just, Roman's character's never been about his dad. It's been about his bloodline as a whole, but never his dad. And so it made no sense. And I think either Punk had a bad day, and he just, everybody's allowed a bad match, but CM Punk, I expect better on the microphone. He is a word wizard, right? He is so good. The pipe bomb, literally saying shocking things on a microphone, is named after CM Punk and his pipe bomb that he did in 2011 or 12, I think 11. And here's the thing, yeah, it was shocking, but making fun of his dad had nothing to really do with anything. When CM Punk was shocking back in the day, when he said, this company, it probably won't even get better when Vince is dead. See, that was shocking, a shocking statement, hoping that Vince would die, but it made sense within the storyline and the interview that CM Punk was crafting back then. Tonight, just saying, I want you dead like your dad, I'll bury you like your dad is buried, what? Roman doesn't talk about his dad at all. Does that make sense? We'll talk more about the promo as a whole, because it was really good up until it just went right field. It would be kind of like if suddenly I cussed. What if I just dropped an F-bomb? If you're new to the channel, you don't know that I don't swear on this channel. I don't care if you do. It's not like I'm not doing some righteous cause. It's just good for the algorithm to be family friendly. But if one day I just dropped an F-bomb, it would be like, why'd you do that, Chop? It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be on brand. It just wouldn't make sense if I just suddenly just said, just dropped an F-bomb out of nowhere. But so, and if you're new to the channel, also, you can win this belt. I'm going to give away this belt at 20,000 subscribers. All you got to do, no, for real, I'm being serious, I'm going to give away this belt. All you got to do is comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell, ding, 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 notification, and you can win the $1 million belt. And so, let's get started with the one take, one shot review. we had a pretty good opening segment. We'll talk more about Roman and Punk at the end. We had a pretty good opening segment. Ooh, look at that. It was like it was really eating into my my skin. Can you see it? I don't know. Anyways, the belt. Or parasites. Sorry. We open up with Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Paul Heyman, the Vision. They go to the ring and they're super mad, right? Then Adam Pearce comes out with a bunch of security guards. And then we see a masked man. The security guards run after him. Then we see another masked man. Logan Paul runs after him. We see another masked man. Austin Theory runs after him. We see another masked man. It's Seth freaking Rollins. And this is a callback because this is where the Shield broke up, and boom, we have a chair shot heard around the world to Paul Heyman, who's in the ring. And oh man, I don't know if Adam Pearce run after one of the masked men, because if he didn't, then like what happened to Adam Pearce? So he must have ran after one of the masked men. But regardless, then Paul Heyman, after commercial break, is taken to an ambulance, and he's bleeding, and it's like, so Seth Rollins got his comeuppance. He's definitely, well, I think he's a face. He didn't say anything, but he's probably a face. You wouldn't know, though, because the crowd was doing, whoa, whoa, but they were doing that when he was a heel, too. I don't know if we're doing heel versus heel, but I doubt it. It will be weird, though, for Seth Rollins to be a babyface and his wife to be a heel. But if anybody could do it, Becky could, because she is the best in the world. And that's not just me saying it. That's Sports Illustrated. That's Bleacher Report. And that's also me saying it. I think AJ even kind of said it, too, later. So then they're like, oh, I'm so mad. Paul Heyman, are you okay? Are you okay, Paul? And Logan's like, I'll go get the car. Austin Theory, you go. I forget what Austin was going to do, but he's going to do something. But then Jimmy Uso attacks. Jimmy Uso attacks him because they attacked, supposedly, allegedly, they attacked Jay on Friday. So Jimmy's getting his comeuppance. And then Jimmy says, all right, you can go. And who's driving? L.A. Knight. Yeah. So that was kind of cool. L.A. Knight driving the ambulance, and they take off Paul Heyman. So where's Paul? But for real, though, they should probably arrest L.A. Knight for stealing an ambulance. And then we cut to Gunther. Gunther's coming out, and Dragon Lee just instantly attacks him. Now, I'm not usually one to say, oh, just a brawl is a good enough storyline, but for Dragon Lee, it works. They've done, dare I say, something that I didn't think would really happen, but I'm actually invested in Dragon Lee. I'm actually liking Dragon Lee, the character, not the wrestler. The wrestler's always been fine, but I've never really cared about him. And tonight, actually for the last couple of weeks, I've actually cared about him, because Dragon Lee does that thing that I think more wrestlers should do. When you're really mad at someone, you should be chomping at the bits to get your hands on them, and he just goes crazy. When he sees Gunther, he goes nutsoid, and I love that for Dragon Lee, because he's not waiting for a 13-minute entrance. No, nothing. It felt like a very chaotic start to Raw, and it was great. So he's attacking Gunther. Gunther throws him on the outside. This was match of the night for me. This was a really good match. Gunther beat the crap out of him, but then he pinned him, but he pulls him up, right, to punish him more. And you're like, oh my God, they're gonna kill him. But then eventually he comes back. Dragon Lee starts to like, are they gonna give him the upset victory? No, he doesn't. He does pull off the mask and puts him in a sleeper, which was fine. But later in the show, we have the Grandes trying to pull off each other's masks. So you shouldn't do stuff like that on the same show. Like, you should have pulled off, if you were going to try to get the Grandes to pull off each other's mask, you don't pull off Dragon Lee's mask. You just don't do that. It's too similar. But regardless, Gunther ended up winning. Don't know what we do to AJ Dragon Lee after this, but like I really enjoyed Dragon Lee here. And in reality, we should have had more wrestlers act like Dragon Lee did when AJ Styles retired than when John Cena retired. When John Cena retired, everybody just looked at Gunther and shook their head in dismay or disapproval. But when AJ gets retired, Dragon Lee's the only one that's actually fighting like the person meant something to him. So I really appreciate you, Dragon Lee, for doing that. And now I officially like you. And Paul Heyman did get curb stomped, by the way. Paul Heyman does not like taking bumps. Throughout Paul Heyman's entire career, like, he's always, like, afraid of actually taking bumps. Like, this is legit stuff. Jim Cornette has said it plenty of times that Paul Heyman is just really bad and really scared to take bumps. He will, but it's just like, he says he's always like nervous for like 24 to 48 hours. So like, thank you, Paul, for putting your body on the line for that. AJ Lee comes out and does kind of an open challenge. It seems like she's about to do an open challenge, but then she says, I want to take on all comers, so next time I'm in the ring, I want to fight someone. And later it's revealed that it's going to be like a gauntlet match. We got Io Sky, Asuka, Lyra, Bailey, and I don't know who else. I can't remember who else. Raquel. I think there's one more person, but I don't know for sure. But yes, so we're going to have a gauntlet match. It does look like, for now, AJ and Becky are moving on from each other, but they could always circle back. We got like a month and a half before Mania. We got the Grandes. They get into each other. The Grande storyline has officially jumped the shark for me, and now they're just talking in like English, which is weird. Because they're obviously Spanish, but yeah, I think this storyline has officially ran its course, which is unfortunate. I hope the tall Grande Americano is the one that sticks around. He's really over in AAA, and I think I think it's run its course. Hopefully, Chad Gable comes back from injury soon. I'll just say that. Oh, time out. Okay, I forgot something. I want to throw it in here. Oba Rusev. This was a good segment. Rusev came out, challenged Oba. Femi said, come on, let's go. And then Oba did come out, and they just like started ham-hawking each other, and it was really good. Oba did get the better of Rusev, and let's be honest, he should. I am a huge Rusev fan. I feel bad that Rusev is not higher on the card, but be it as it may, Oba is the right guy to get the better of. I don't think Rusev looked weak, and we're going to have a match next week, but like, Oba definitely stood tall here, but it's nice to have, on SmackDown, he's picking on guys not his size. On Raw, he's picking on guys his size. But the fact that Oba would come out, accept Rusev's challenge, why didn't he do that last week with Brock Lesnar? Whatever. Oh, and Danhausen showed up. It looks like Danhausen, they are going forward with that. We might have a Danhausen Judgment Day feud going on. He did put a curse on them. I know a lot of people have strong feelings about Danhausen, but, the reveal aside, let's give the guy a shot. All right, back to the promo. Or my video, whatever it is. We have Liv Morgan. She does a really good promo. She leans into, she's like, hey, I'm sorry, Stephanie, that you didn't get your, I'm sorry that you failed your tryout and I didn't. I'm privileged. Okay, so, and even when Liv Morgan gave her props, like, I'll give you credit. You're a good champion, and I'm gonna throw you a bone. I'm gonna have a match with you at WrestleMania. So that's how you like talk good about your opponent. You talk good about your opponent in order to make yourself look good. And Liv did it perfectly there. It was a backstage promo. I don't think Liv needs to do backstage promos. She's so good and comfortable in the mic. Someone like Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, Rhea Ripley, they need backstage. They need pre-tape vignettes. Liv Morgan doesn't, but regardless, it was fine. It was fine. I will say Royce Keys. Speaking of interviews, what the heck are we doing with Royce Keys? Put him on NXT if we don't got nothing for him. And I don't know why, like, they're showing us this sympathetic guy right now. Like, we should be seeing someone who's a powerhouse and just murdering people and just like, just being dominant. We can learn his backstory and have him be a sympathetic character after about a year, because then that extends it more. But right now, we need to see Royce Keys just destroying people left and right. Put Oba on one show and Powerhouse Hobbs on another show, or put him on NXT. It's just like, let them go. Let them go, and we don't need to know their backstory right away, because it's going to make us, it's going to change how we feel about him in some subconscious way. And this sympathy, like, he has a great story. Please don't mishear me. I want to hear his story, but I think we should hear his story in about a year from now, after we've gotten to know him as a wrestler. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong on that. But at the end of the day, we're not using him still. So, like, let's just pretend I'm wrong and saying the interview is the proper thing to do. Why are we not giving him matches then to go along with the interview? Why are we interviewing him and then not having him on TV? It'd be like when JR interviewed Mankind and we had no stories for him. We didn't put him on TV at all. No, those interviews got him over. So if we have to show these interviews right this second, then he should be having matches as well. He should be having matches as well. I know he's had one on Main Event, but that's it. That's it. He's been, when was the Royal Rumble? January 31st? It's now March 2nd, and he's had one match on Main Event. He's getting podcasts, so let's capitalize on that. Like, at first I was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever, but now I'm not like that. Now I'm like, it's not fine. It's not whatever. Give us more Royce Keys. And that's with or without us doing the interview. I think we should have waited to do this interview, but fine, it's here. Give us Royce Keys then. Judgment Day, Raquel says, I'm going to go. Finn and Dom, they're like, Finn's like, I'm not going to help you. I know it's a face turn for Finn Balor, but I just don't get why Finn lost in Ireland, attacked AJ Styles during his last match with CM Punk for the World Championship. And then he did something so dastardly, and then he becomes a face immediately after. Like, I don't get it. And then he loses, and he's like, yeah, whatever. Didn't like that, but, like, okay, whatever. And now he makes Dom. He's saying Dom has to do it the right way, and Penta versus Dom, and now Penta won. It's like, so now Finn can't even challenge for the IC belt? They can't even challenge for the IC belt? Good for Penta. I'm glad. You want to make Penta an upper mid-card guy. He doesn't need to win these kind of belts. I will say this. Maybe there's a chance at Finn kind of crashing out again, in that when Finn told JD, no, you can't give the hammer to Dominik Mysterio, Penta did attack, actually, and attacked both Finn and JD. So maybe Finn's like, dude, I was trying to help you, but then you attacked me. So maybe there's hope there. But regardless, Dom lost to Penta. Is there any other matches? Oh, there was another match. Oh, so that was a big deal, though. Intercontinental Championship is now with Penta. Don't know if Finn or Dom will get a rematch on that. There was another match earlier also. It was so quick. Austin Theory versus Jimmy Uso, but then Logan Paul interferes, blatant disqualification, and then Jay's music's hit. Then the Vision start looking at the aisle, but Jay Uso does what Seth Rollins did earlier and comes behind, and then they attack. So it looks like we're going to get the Usos versus the Vision. How will we do that, though? Who does Seth Rollins face? Unless Braun Breaker's ready to come back. I don't know. At Mania. But we did that. The Grandes fought each other, too, and it's like, whatever. I mean, like, OG Grande fought Rio, something Grande, and it's just, it was an okay match. It's just, again, jump the shark, jump storyline. And then we finally make it to the end. Now, Punk and Roman comes out to talk, and Punk just comes out. It was a really good promo. It really was a good promo. I think last time I did a breakdown of it, I'm going to try to do a breakdown again. It wasn't as good as the first one, and there were a couple plot holes in it, and then the biggest plot hole was Punk bringing up his dead dad for no reason. Again, don't mind bringing up the dead dad. It's wrestling. Everything's fair. Get heat as long as it makes sense. As long as it makes sense. Yeah, so like it was just a good promo. I definitely recommend watching this promo. It's just he went for cheap heat at the end that made no sense. But I'll break it down because it's hard to like really go into it. And sometimes some things they rehashed from the last one. If you have only can watch one Roman Punk promo, watch the first one. But this one is definitely good enough. I mean, it's leagues better than most, if not all, of WWE still, other people's promos, because these guys are talented. CM Punk just lost a little bit of an edge. But yeah, so that's Raw. I'll give this Raw, I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. How about a solid B? We got Intercontinental match. The beginning was great. The beginning was great. It was chaotic. A lot of people involved, and even went into Gunther and Dragon Lee. Great match. Great match. I think Penta Dom went a little too long. If we would have cut, I think Penta shouldn't have long matches. He should be more quick, fast-paced matches. But yeah, give it a B. And yeah, so that's it. I'll do hot takes tomorrow, and then I'll try to do a breakdown the next day. So, boys, girls, see you, bye.